didn't see you there. And a special good morning to Mr. Matthias.
I'm your host, Saba Matthews.
I'm your host, Anika Bragg.
And this is your Deloro News. Now we have an exciting week ahead of us. For starters, you know what I'm more excited for today? The Fresh Produce Club is finally having their biannual meeting. Yes!
Yes, they are. The meeting will be taking place today during lunch in room 402. Fresh fruit will be provided. Personally, I'm looking forward to some raspberries.
Now, I like their beets and radishes personally. I'm more of a veggie guy myself, and I love this. They do it like 2 times a year. Definitely something you don't want to miss out. Not only Fresh Produce Club is going to be taking place today, but also taco truck in front of the science buildings today. The leadership has ordered it to celebrate A-Day. That's right, start of April.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty awesome, so I recommend getting there fast before the line gets too long.
Anyways, this week in world news, a monkey escaped its cage at the Folsom Zoo on Saturday. I mean, you might have heard about this already, but it managed to make its way outside of the zoo onto Stafford Street.
Yeah, it took the zookeepers a whopping 3 hours to get the monkey safely back to its cage.
Wow. I know, like the monkeys was like throwing bananas, throwing everything. Definitely like look up the footage. We weren't allowed to show it on here because
it's just too intense.
Yeah. Anyways, stuff like this doesn't happen every day, people. It only happens on April Fools. And now it's time for some legitimate news with Annika Lakiv and Mrs. Sylvester.
We will go ahead and start distributing usually 3 or 4 days after that.
Well, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day, Deloro, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Annika. Also, Deloro, and this is for real. Today, WAC is going to have an inspirational guest speaker who's a female detective in the Sacramento Police Department who's going to talk about her career and personal challenges. She will also be showing off some of her super cool gear. The meeting is after school today at 2 p.m. and there will be free food.
So last week, Deloro had 16 of our broadcasters and filmmakers travel to Seattle for 5 days to represent DL and compete against almost 4,000 other high schools from all across the country.
Last year, Brady Shaw took home a 3rd place trophy, and this year, Jack Ratterman and Braden Burris took home a 2nd place trophy, beating Whitney, Granite Bay, and hundreds of other schools. Congrats to Jack and Braden. Way to represent. Mr. Jeffries wants us to tell you how proud he is of all the students who went to STN and did some amazing work. We will be showcasing some of that work later on this week.
Also, yesterday was Mr. Fee's birthday, Mrs. Anginez's birthday, and former Deloro anchor Wilson Bean's birthday. Rest in peace, Wills, but we hope Chick-fil-A is treating you well in the mornings. So be sure to wish all those people a happy late birthday. And now we have in-studio guest, Miss Murgo.
Thanks, Saba. This week's Eagle of the Week for staff goes to Mr. Carlisle, who's been a team player on this campus since the minute he stepped here as a substitute, and we're so lucky to have him on staff. And thanks so much for being a role model to everybody that you meet. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Back to you guys.
Thank you, Miss Murgo. Now I'm going to throw it over to Garrett with the sports updates.
What's up, Deloro? It's Garrett Roth here with another sports update. And today in sports, we've got the baseball league opener at home versus Oak Ridge at 3:15. So make sure you guys go head out to that one. Also today we got JV and varsity boys golf in their SFL tournament. That's all we got for today in sports. Now back to Nika and Saba.
Thanks, Garrett. Also, briefly, I want to talk about the staff charity basketball game. Just to thank you all for coming out. Of course, you just saw Mr. Carlisle right now. He was a team player. He was like hitting so many threes out there. So proud of the guy. Also, congrats to our MVPs, Coach K and Mr. Hopkinson. I mean, you guys do great every single year. I'm so glad Dio could take the victory from Placer. And most importantly, we raised a total of $5,000 for Acres of Hope collectively through online donations and, of course, at the game itself. I just think it's great that our community came together because community first, rivalry second. Looking forward to beating Placer again next year. But again, just pat your guys' yourselves on the backs because we were able to raise all that money. Thanks for coming out. You have a fantastic April Fool's Day. And
You stay Golden Eagles.